constantly evolving need for energy efficiency are making the world rely even more on liquefied natural gas. Hello, I'm Rachel Jones and you're watching Kalkine Media. China recently became the world's leading importer of liquefied natural gas. There's a huge potential for LNG in growing economies too, with most of the population in middle or low income groups affordable and clean energy like LNG is desired. So with that, it seems investment in LNG stocks could be a great idea. Natural gas is a low carbon emitting fossil fuel. It has industrial, commercial and residential uses. The global LNG market is emerging as one of the fastest growing energy segments. Looking at the supply side, Australia is the world's largest exporter of LNG. Its dramatic expansion in liquefied gas production and export is making it less reliant on conventional energy. While it battles Qatar on the supply front, Aussie LNG exports have grown in the last decade. So there's a lot of opportunity for long-term investors in the Australian LNG industry. With this, let's take a look at the top 10 LNG stocks on the ASX. First one is the biggie, Woodside Petroleum. They have global footprints and focus on oil and gas exploration, production and marketing. They look to deliver value through energy transition via LNG and hydrogen assets. In the first quarter of 2021, it achieved record spot LNG prices from contracts. They have a current annual dividend yield of 2.8%. Next up, Santos Energy Holdings, an Australian energy pioneer producing and marketing natural gas. They posted positive numbers in the first quarter of 2021. In May, they started the Phase 3C infill drilling program at the Bayu Undan field in the Timor Sea, which extended its offshore LNG facilities. Next up, Oil Search, a gas explorer with 98% of company assets in Papua New Guinea. They reported a 16% quarter-on-quarter growth in the operating revenues for the first quarter, ending the 31st of March 2021. It has strong cash flows in its LNG businesses, and critical projects have support from government as well. Its strategy is to have large-scale, low-cost, high-growth assets in its business. Next up, Origin Energy specialises in the production and sale of LNG. Its March 2021 quarter met 7% growth in revenue, driven by higher LNG spot prices. It's also seen customer inflows in the LNG segment and expanded operations into Japan. The company pays regular dividends. Its current annual dividend yield stands at 4.83%. And the Viva Energy Group refines, imports and delivers LNG and petroleum products to retail and commercial clients. Back in May, it committed its Geelong project to the federal government's long-term fuel security package. This will help it achieve cash break-even levels, and the support is expected to last until 2024. Well-known Beach Energy has onshore and offshore oil and gas production plants across Australia and New Zealand. In their March 2021 quarter, its revenues increased 14% from the previous quarter. It's also been receiving strong interest from potential LNG buyers in Western Australia. As a result, they've been paying constant dividends of 1 cent per share, and its annual dividend yield is 1.57%. Karoon Energy is yet another oil and gas explorer listed on the ASX. It has significant assets in Brazil and recently changed its reporting currency to the American dollar. That's to portray a better picture of operations. Despite the adverse effects of COVID-19 on Brazil, the company maintained its operations in the first half of 2021. Strike Energy is another ASX-listed oil and gas producer. The company is also into urea production. It's taken significant steps in leading Australia towards becoming the lowest carbon urea producing region globally. Its West Erregulla gas project in WA showed some good drilling results in the past. Xenix Energy is another natural gas producer. They're focused on advancing high-return, long-life, low-cost natural gas assets in Queensland. It's also divested its Cooper Basin assets to Beach Energy. The company delivered a strong result in the first half of financial year 2021. Its total natural gas production was up by 271% on the prior corresponding period. Cooper Energy is an upstream oil and gas exploration and production company. Gas production during the period rose 101% against the prior corresponding period. They are diversifying their operations into LNG via the Seoul gas agreements. That's in anticipation of a record growth in production, revenue and cash flows due to this. So there you have it, the top 10 LNG stocks on the ASX. If you like this, please like, share and comment on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press the bell icon for notifications for our latest videos. And for regular updates and more information, log on to our website calkinemedia.com. I'm Rachel Jones, signing off.